and welcome to Wisdom Heaven. Today we'll follow the transformative journey of Claire, a woman from a small town who learned the powerful lesson of releasing the past in order to embrace the future. Once there was a woman named Claire who lived in a small town nestled by the edge of a quiet forest. She had spent most of her life there, growing up in the same house where her parents had raised her. Claire was a creature of habit, always holding on to things, memories, old friends, and especially past loves. She lived in the past, clinging to moments that were long gone, finding it difficult to let go of the people and places that had shaped her life. Yet despite the security of familiarity, Claire always felt a sense of emptiness that she couldn't quite explain. Her most painful attachment was to Adam, her first love. They had met when they were both young, and their connection had been undeniable. Adam was everything Claire thought she wanted, charming, thoughtful, and always there when she needed him. But over time, the relationship had become strained. Adam's dreams took him far away, while Claire's desires were rooted in the comfort of her hometown. They drifted apart slowly, though Claire was too afraid to let go. She kept the memories of their time together locked in her heart, holding on to the belief that someday they might find their way back to one another. Years passed and Claire found herself caught in a loop of longing. She couldn't move forward because she was constantly looking back. She held on to the past, convinced that it was the only time in her life she had truly felt alive. It wasn't just Adam. Claire had clung to the idea of the life she thought she was supposed to have. The career, the family, the happiness she had envisioned for herself as a young woman. But as time wore on, nothing seemed to align with those dreams. Every day felt like a reminder of what she had lost and what she had never gained. One cold autumn evening, Claire found herself walking through the forest just outside her home. The leaves were turning golden and red, swirling in the breeze. She had always loved this time of year. There was something about the changing of the seasons that made her think of change in her own life. As she walked deeper into the forest, she stumbled upon an old, worn path she had never noticed before. It seemed to call to her, as though it was meant to lead her somewhere important. Hesitant but curious, Claire decided to follow it. The path wound through trees and over streams, eventually leading her to a small clearing where an ancient oak tree stood. The tree's branches reached out like arms, and its gnarled roots seemed to embrace the earth itself. There, on a stone bench beneath the tree, sat an elderly woman with kind eyes and a gentle smile. She looked up as Claire approached, as though she had been waiting for her. "Come sit," the woman said softly, patting the spot beside her. Claire, feeling a strange pull, sat down next to her. The silence between them felt comfortable, and the woman didn't rush her to speak. After a long pause, Claire finally asked, "How do you know when it's time to let go of something or someone?" The woman smiled knowingly, her eyes glinting with wisdom. "You'll know when it's time because the weight of holding on will become unbearable. It will stop serving you and start holding you back. But letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It means accepting that what was once part of your story no longer needs to be part of your future." Claire's heart tightened. She thought about Adam, about how she had kept their love alive in her heart despite the years that had passed. "I can't seem to let go," Claire admitted, her voice wavering. "I keep waiting for things to go back to how they were, but I don't think they ever will, and I don't know how to move forward." The woman turned to Claire, her eyes filled with understanding. "Letting go is never easy, but it is the only way to create space for something new. Holding on keeps you tethered to the past, and the past is a place you cannot change. But the future, that is yours to shape. If you let go of what no longer serves you, you'll find the courage to embrace the life waiting for you." Claire sat in silence, the weight of the woman's words settling in. She had been so focused on the past, on what she had lost, that she hadn't realized she was living in a state of constant longing. Adam was gone. The life she had once dreamed of was no longer attainable. But there was so much more ahead of her if she could let go. The woman stood, brushing the leaves from her dress. "Remember, Claire, the act of letting go is an act of love for yourself. Only then can you allow yourself to heal, to grow, and to move forward."